Today we will continue our project and we will talk about EditText and some other things. So, in the last video, we created this data activity in which we will get users' data. So, first of all, let's give it a background real quick. So, we have been using the same background in all our activities. You can use different ones too, but I'm gonna stick with this one. So now we have our background. Now we have to take the names of the users. So for now we are assuming that uh, it will be a multiplayer mode. So user has selected the multiplayer mode. We are assuming that. So first we need some text, and into the text tab select plain text. This plain text allows you to get input from the user, like inputs in Java. So use this. Let's drag it into here. So as you can see now, it is like a text box in which we will get input from the user. So let's move it like this. So this is where the user will enter their name. So let's make it bigger, like this. Now let's go to the code part of it. So now it is already filled. Let's make it empty, since we will get the input from the user. And let's set a hint. So hint will be visible always, all the times. So often when you are filling something, you see a hint of text, like it tells you that please enter your email here or your password here. It's like hint. So let's use the hint property of Android to set hint. Let's set a hint. Let's set a hint. Let's say that player one enter enter your name. So now we are giving a hint. Let's change the hint color. Let's change the hint color. So I'm changing the text color here. Oops. Let's change it to white. The hex of white is this one. Now as you can see, this hint is white. This is the hint that will be given. Uh, let's make it a little gray so it's different from our original text. Right, let's make it a little more darker. Now it looks fine. Now it's the hint part. It will be given to the user. Now let's select the text color which will be entered by the user. For now we have no text. As you can see, text is empty here. So let's set the text color to white. So now, for now, the text is empty. We can type anything here like this. Now, as you can see, the hint is gone and the text is visible. So hint will be only there before the text. So let's remove the text. Also, let's center the text so it looks a little better. We can also increase the text size, but I don't think we need it here. So, right. So let's take it a little upward. Oh, oops. Like this. So now we need another one of these. So let's copy and paste it to create another one. So I copied it and I pasted it. Now let's drag this one here, and here let's use player 2 instead of player 1. So the user will know that it's the player 2, not the player 1. So let's do that. Right. As you can see, we can obtain the names of both users here. And finally, let's insert a button, uh, next button, which will allow us to move forward into our next activity. So I'm gonna go to the common and select this button. So now it is properly adjusted, and let's make it a little bigger like this. Now let's select a good background for our button. I'm gonna go with the yellow, since yellow seems fine here. Uh, we need the hex code of yellow to be able to be used in this button. So let's get the hex code of it. So let's select our button, and then the Android background property of Android, it is as hash, uh, 4Fs and 00. So now we have our button. Let's change this to next, since it moves our activity forward, and also let's increase the text size. Text size to like 20 dB should be enough. Yeah, it is. You can also change the font of let's change the font of this text. Oh, this one doesn't work. Let's use some other one. This one should do, I think. So now we have our button to, so it can be moved forwarded to the next activity. Let's create a new activity called mood, in which the player will choose his or her symbol. So let's create it. Now we have to go here, then select new activity, and then empty activity. So let's name it mood, since this is where player will select their symbol. So now we have created a new activity. So the next button will take us here. So also let's create the on click method. Let's create the on click that on clicking this, whenever this button is clicked, we want to go to the next activity. So I'm gonna name it next. You can give it any name you want. Just remember to use it in your data class here. So that's it for today's video. In the next video, we will code the data class, this one, and thank you for watching.